Hello there, Sagittarius. It's so good to see you. I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm Mary Sue. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time, we're so glad to have you. Today we are doing your mid-June reading. So this is good from now until mid-July. So we'll take a look at the overall energies for with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider like, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's get into this, Sag. You have had some really great readings lately, so let's see what we have here. Come to the edge. I'm not surprised. This is the energy. You're on a new path. You're going in a new direction. You know, we just had the full moon in Sagittarius. I feel like you're literally like going leaps and bounds at this time. You know, it's not she's just coming to the edge. You see how she's dancing, leaping to the edge, right? It's not like you're being dragged to the edge. You're like looking forward to it. There's a lot of excitement, enthusiasm. I can't wait to get this new chapter started. And what do we have? Moss Spirit, surrender now. I cannot remember. It could have been Cancer that had this. You know, there's this energy of, yes, I'm ready to surrender. Literally giving it up to Spirit. Saying, okay, bring it on. It's like this energy of bring it on. Oh, it's such a lovely energy. Such a lovely energy. Okay, let's go to the tarot and see where this is going. You know, I love this moth on here because the moth has like dancing shoes on. It always looks like dancing shoes. I'm not saying they actually are, but they always appear to be dancing shoes to me. And I feel like there is that energy of wanting, of getting to this point of wanting to go back out and go dancing. You know, this energy of celebrating. To me, you know, dancing is part of a lot of celebrations, festivals, you know, ceremonies, you know, throughout history. And I feel as if you are literally dancing. See how she's dancing? It's just this energy of having energy again. It's an energy of having energy. Really interesting because I feel like for some time you haven't really, you know, you've been putting out those fires and all of that stuff, just trying to survive, trying to get through so much. And now it's kind of like you're gaining this momentum, you're gaining this energy, you're like springing to life, ready for this new chapter. Okay. They're just not ready yet for me. There we go. All right. Wow. Okay, we have Emperor on the bottom. There's some Aries energy. There is, wow. Look at all this power. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. An offer. To me, the Ace of Pentacles is, yeah, it's the Ace of Pentacles, is a gift from the universe. Something coming in so that you can get powered up. Look at that. The Emperor and the King of Wands. These are two of the biggest go-getters. This is really, I would say, career and money oriented. It's very much, I am going after, and whatever it is you're passionate about, I'm taking it. I'm taking this burst of inspiration, right? This burst to dance, to leap, to celebrate. I'm taking this and I'm running with it to build my empire. There is, I feel like your spirit guides, your angels are sprinkling, let's put it that, sprinkling little tidbits along the way with the Ace of Pentacles. These are little gifts from the universe that sometimes we overlook. We don't stop. I think that there is this energy there, you know, of asking you to be grateful for all of those little gifts along the way. That the money is coming. You know, You're wanting a ton of money, and right now you might only have an ace, one coin, right? And the emperor is sitting on a big pile of money. You may only have one coin. And there's two ways to look at that coin. There's the I only have one coin and I want more. And there is also the energy of being grateful for the coin that you have. You have a coin, right? And I feel like if you can step into this energy of celebrating, being really grateful for the coin that you have, right? Then it's this energy of like, oh my gosh, I know if I got one coin, there's got to be more coming. I'm surrendering to the fact that I understand that when I'm grateful for this one coin, another coin will show up. When I'm grateful for that one, another one will show up. And these coins can be different things. This could be a new client, okay, that you have. This could be a new friend. This could be, I remember when I was struggling financially, all of a sudden, I was really surrendering to spirit. I was trying to use my spiritual gifts, but I wasn't really quite being an emperor. I'm still not an emperor, but it's kind of like, but I am grateful for all the little tidbits. I started noticing I would just get like a check in the mail, and maybe it was, some, I don't know, rebate or something. And maybe it was $50 or something like that. And I was in this position of suddenly being grateful for every little tidbit that I got. And once I started on that path, it was kind of like I started noticing. I think that's what your spirit guides and angels are saying. Start noticing that you are acquiring these pentacles, these little gifts, tangible things that are coming on your way. It could even be like a compliment, right? It's kind of like on this channel, I am so grateful for every comment, especially the positive ones. But I'm really, really grateful for every subscription, every like, every comment, because I know it takes time for the viewer to do that. I also know that every single one of those is somebody that I'm coming into alignment with. It's another Ace of Pentacles that my spirit guides and angels are giving me. And I feel like you're coming into this energy of loving the path that you are on. It's kind of having that extra step in your extra bounce in your step. That's what it is. That's helping you to be in this emotional state of it's taking out the roller coaster. It's not when the pentacle shows up, you're in it. Okay. It's kind of like, okay, I'm going to go back to my YouTube channel. I don't know why they're saying this. Like when I first started on here, right? Every time I got a subscriber, I would be just like literally dancing, right? I would be literally dancing across the room. And then if I had a day where I didn't get any, of course I'd be like depressed, or even worse if I lost subscribers, right? Then I realized, wait a minute, I'm having to learn to not need external validation, really. Okay, that it's about loving what I do, of putting out my love to the world, and then being grateful for every bit of love that I get back. And I feel like you're coming into that. This is your present energy. I think you've kind of learned this lesson, and I'm not saying that it was an easy lesson to learn. When we grow up, not having the the attention, the nurturing that we sometimes need as children, we fall into the pattern of wanting external validation of whatever we do, right? And then we're just like looking for more and more external validation. This King of Cups here is speaking to me that you have learned that all you really need is to validate yourself, that you have everything you need inside of you, that you don't have to have. You're not relying any longer on other people being pleased with what it is that you're doing, that you're grateful when they do, right? You are grateful when they do, but you're not requiring it in order to continue forward, which is a lovely thing because sometimes, and I'll say this from experience, if I didn't get the external validation in the past, I would quit something. I'd be like, oh, that's a sign from the universe. I can't do that. Or, oh, nobody loves what I'm doing, so I'm going to quit. You have to go through this, right? To understand that all you need is you yourself have to love what it is that you're creating. When you put your love into it, then my goodness, you will come in alignment to people that also love what you're doing. Yeah. Okay. Temperance on the bottom. I feel like there is, see, we have the devil, this Capricorn energy. You don't have to be dealing with a Capricorn. It's being shackled to other people loving you, loving what you're creating. But it's toxic, right? It's that toxic energy. It leaves you doubting. It leaves you making choices that are only good for those people that you're trying to please. So it's about asking yourself, like, why am I trying to please this person? Because you'll figure out after a while, it sometimes takes years, right? That, this person can never be satisfied. You can turn yourself upside down, inside out, right? You can do everything that they ask of you, and you're still not going to be able to please that person. So then it leaves you with this, you're not sure what to do, Yeah, I feel like this is a really toxic energy that you've had in your past, that you have had to move forward and step into loving yourself. So I feel like because this is still in your energy, you're still trying to clear this out. But I do feel like you have done a really good job of clearing this out. It's about recognizing that this energy is still around you, so that you can, it's almost like the Queen of Swords. It's kind of like Sagittarius, take a look at this. And be really careful when you're making decisions. Make decisions that are best for you, not about worrying about external validation or what other people will think about the decisions that you're making. Really interesting lesson that you are learning now. It's about surrendering to this journey of doing what is good for you. Think about it. Like when you're trying to please other people, that's a lot of burden, right? You don't have the energy to dance. It's about, okay, they're on their journey, I'm on my journey, right? Because as long as you're still trying to maneuver what other people think, trying to make decisions based on what other people will think or will like, right? And you're not stepping into your true authentic self. And then you're kind of feeling discontented with life. It's not depressed, right? But it's like, yeah, I just don't have that enthusiasm. I don't feel like putting on my dancing shoes, right? And that's where we want to be. We want to be in that blissful state when we're creating. Really lovely energy here. Because I feel like maybe over these next 4 to 5 weeks, especially since we just had that full moon in Sagittarius, you may be saying, Mary Sue, I just figured this out with a full moon in Sagittarius. Because I feel like this is kind of a little bit of an enlightening. Nine of Wands. Yeah, kind of blocking. You're a little bit blocking your own victory because you're making decisions, judgment card. You're judging everything, all your choices, all your actions, maybe even what you're wearing or your hair or whatever. You're judging all of that based on, you're trying to figure out what will other people think of this. And because of that, you're waffling. Your energy is waffling. Your energy is not super focused on what it is that you want. So your energy is a little bit fragmented. So your advice here is Page of Swords. You know, Page of Swords a lot of times means getting a message from somebody else. You could be intuitively getting a message. You could be getting the message through this reading. But there is something here. I feel like there's a message that you have to, I'm going to be honest, when I first saw this card, I thought he was holding a quill. And I heard journal. You may, if you're not journaling, you may want to start a journaling practice. I have a gratitude journal that I write in every night before I go to bed. I write down at least 3 things that I'm grateful for that day and why. But some people, you know, I know some people don't enjoy journaling, but I feel like there is something, perhaps even writing a letter to yourself. There's something about writing, and I'm going to say writing. They're showing me handwriting, so I would suggest instead of typing or something like that, or even an audio message, I would handwrite it. I think there is something here about writing a letter to yourself, like to your inner child, to your future self, if you will, about, you know, I think it's so interesting. You see, every time I see these cards, I see something different, which always, it delights me. You see how he has his hand on his heart, right? Almost like, you know, taking a pledge. They're saying to me that it's time for you to write a contract to yourself, to take a pledge of what it is that you are committed to yourself. You know, when we take a pledge, we are pledging our allegiance to our country, or, you know, to a group or something like that. It's time to take a pledge. It's time to write out a contract, write out a pledge of commitment to you, to what it is that you want for yourself in the future. And then to use that as a map, as a guideline for all of your decisions instead, until you completely clear out this energy. I do feel like you've worked on this, Sag. I really do. But it's kind of like you're at this point where you're still, whether you realize it or not, in the back of your mind, you're still wondering what that person from the past may think, or your neighbors, or your parents, or whatever. And it's time to make this pledge to yourself. Pledge that, you know, your decisions going forward. You know, sometimes I think they're the simplest little things. You know, when we commit to ourselves, the universe commits to us. And I know sometimes I have struggled with this myself. And it is really interesting about how when we commit to ourselves, it builds our self-confidence. It tells us every single day when you commit to it, and it can be something simple. Like, you know, when I first started this, I committed to making my bed when I got up in the morning. You know, I was always one of those people, well, why make your bed? You're just getting back in it at night. And then I read this thing that making your bed when you first get up is kind of like, okay, I got something accomplished. You know, I've only been up. How long does it take you to make your bed? 2 minutes, maybe at the most, right? It's kind of like, yeah, well, okay, I've only been up for 2 minutes, and look, I've already accomplished something. I made my bed. It kind of gets the day off to a good start. And I have found that when I slide away from that one little habit, I really and truly I'm not as productive, I'm not as energetic as when I commit to myself that my first action every day, or one of the first actions, is to go ahead and commit and make my bed. And then by doing that for some time, then I started adding other commitments. You know, every morning I have a morning routine, not just making my bed, but, you know, setting my intention for the day. I drink a big glass of water as soon as I wake up. I have some yoga stretches I do. Nothing intense, okay? And it can all be accomplished in about, you know, 10 minutes. But it does. It helps me to commit. I'm putting myself as a top priority before anything else gets done for the day. And I feel like there is this energy of just trying something like that. Okay, that won't fit for all of you, but trying something. What can you do to commit to yourself? Some little action that says, yes, I'm putting myself as a top priority. And all of these other people, well, they can just live with it, you know? Oh my gosh. Yeah, oh my gosh. This is what brings in the money. Remember, you had the emperor here, right? It's when you make this commitment to you, when you make this commitment to love yourself, to make choices based on what is good for you, what it is that you want to create. Look at this, the sun. It's the happiest card in the deck, and it has to do with your work. It really does. Putting your love, committing to you and what it is that you want to create brings in. I mean, look at this. Oh my gosh. And then we have the tower. Sudden financial abundance. Sudden financial abundance. Like it comes in so quickly. It's like, I feel like right now you're saying, well, it's coming in little tidbits, and then all of a sudden it's like it's so funny because it's getting ready to rain. It's getting dark in here. And I feel like it is that, you know, it's kind of like when you're about to have a big storm, you know, you might get a raindrop, plop, 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 and then they speed up, and then all of a sudden it's pouring rain. That's the energy that is here. Because look at what you have as your outcome. It's the Hierophant. It's you stepping into your true authentic self, your values. You have so much more wisdom now because of this commitment to yourself and to what it is that you are wanting to create in your life. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, brings balance. 4 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, really nice. No more sadness. Putting the sadness to the side. I think for some of you, you are balancing out your financial. There could be a little bit of karma here balancing out for you with all of this money. There is, look at both of these, you know, 6 of Pentacles and Justice, a balancing out. You know, for some of you, if you know, after a long period of time, feeling like other people got the better end of the deal, or other people have more than you do, this 4 of Cups, just feeling a little bit like the universe wasn't sending anything your way a little bit. I really feel like for a lot of you, there is a balancing out of karma. Perhaps between you and somebody that took advantage of you in the past, which is this devil energy. You know, somebody may have taken advantage of you. There's a balancing out. You're getting your just rewards. Really nice. Really nice. When you step into your true authentic self, when you start living your life based on your values, the way that using your spiritual gifts, you know, co-creating with spirit, loving yourself, and not worrying about what everybody else thinks. Really lovely energy. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Your lighthouse guides you home to the stars. My goodness, my heart is just pitter-pattering. Yeah, this is kind of emotional, I think. Because I think after a very long time, you know, think about a lighthouse. It shines the light. It's a beacon, right? It's a beacon to protect you from the rocky shore. And you know, the lighthouse only works when it's dark outside. They don't use it during the day. At least I don't think so. You know, the beacon is there to help guide you, because I feel like for so many of you, you may have been feeling like you have been in the dark for so long. Like the stars haven't been shining on you. The sun definitely hasn't been out. You know, You're not finding the joy. The stars represent your wishes and dreams, but it's like the sky has been cloudy. You can't even see your dreams because it's been so dark. And now the lighthouse is shining. You can see the lighthouse in the distance. It's your spirit guides, your angels. They're drawing you in. They're saying, Sagittarius, come on, join us. Surrender to your journey. Go ahead and take this great leap of faith, because when you do and you love yourself and you do it just because this is what you are meant to do, look at this, right? The sun comes out. You no longer are scared of the rocky shore because the sun is bright and you can see the shoreline. You can see all of the obstacles in the way. You know you are safe. So anyway, wow, what a beautiful message. Well, Sag, I'm going to leave it there. I do personal messages, personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. But I do wish you so much love and light. Thank you so much for allowing me to be on your journey, because I know from doing your readings for the last year, this is almost like, I don't know, this is such a lovely flood of energy and financial abundance. I know for after a long period of feeling, in the dark, a drought. They're saying drought, feeling a little bit that way. Everything is coming in and you are about to receive your just rewards. It couldn't happen to anybody nicer. All right, Sag, I'll leave it there, and I do hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.